Welcome back. If you're new, thanks for stopping in. My name is Jessica. I'm a mother of 4, ranging from 19 all the way down to 7, so needless to say, life is pretty interesting here. I show a lot of homemaking type of motivation is my main thing. During the holidays, I like to bake and I like to do arts and crafts, and I want to start doing shopping with me's, and I've done a couple little grocery hauls. I'm still working on being in front of the camera. That's still something that I need to progress with. But really, I do this as a hobby. I love cleaning. It's very difficult for me to sit down for long periods of time. So I figured, why not record and start a YouTube channel and maybe give someone else a little bit of motivation to get things done in their lives. We just recently bought a new to us home, so there's going to be lots of videos with updates and everything else. If you've already been following us on this journey a little bit, thank you for coming back. I greatly appreciate it. I'm trying to build a community here where we can just rely on each other to vent or talk or give each other ideas on things that maybe they're working on or ideas that they can maybe use later on in life or whatever. But just a support system. That's what I really need. So that's why I started this channel. In today's video, it's over multiple days like usual. Here I had just returned from the grocery store. I didn't do a big haul. I just went and got a few things to last until payday. And so I'm just putting it all away here because I don't really know what's going on with my new job. If you've been here, if you're new, I just recently switched jobs to a work from home job. I was really excited about it. I still have my hopes about it, but I might have to look into something else. So if you have any ideas or anything like that, drop it down in the comments below. I need a job that's flexible with my schedule. My daughter, since we moved, we had to do an in-district transfer for her to stay with her friends, and it's just for a couple more years, and then she'll be able to ride the bus. But I need to be able to take her and pick her up from school. So that's the main thing. And honestly, the school district with all the new regulations and stuff, I couldn't handle it anymore. I loved working with the kids, and majority of the people that I worked with I adored, but I just needed change. I wasn't feeling like myself. I was depressed. I was irritated all the time, stressed out to the max. And just being home over the summer made me realize that I wasn't happy. I didn't want to go back. I dreaded it. And they had moved me to a whole nother school. And so I didn't want to be miserable again for a whole nother year. Some people might think that's a little crazy or whatever, but my mental health has been so much better since I've been at home and been able to take care of my family and do the things that I needed to do. So now that I'm starting to feel back to my normal self, I'm more focused on finding a job that brings in an income to help us, so that way we can just be happy. We don't need a lot. We have everything that we need. It's just being able to have a little bit of extra money to go and do things with the family or really starting a homestead this spring and doing updates around the house, and we really want to pay the house off a little bit faster than what normally, quote unquote, people would do. So I've thought about starting like an Etsy shop or something, but I don't really know exactly what I would do. There's multiple things that I like to make and even more things that I want to make, but it's the upfront cost of starting that business type of thing. So I need to put that on hold and just focus on taking care of my family as it is right now. So I hope you find some sort of motivation in this video today. And if you do, please consider subscribing and giving this video a like. Share it with your friends if you would like to. I would greatly appreciate that, so that way this community can keep growing. It grows a little bit each day, and I am so thankful for you guys to be here. But let's get started.
This is as good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin, beginning to thaw from within. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today is a good day to live. This morning has so clear a light as any to see the horizon in the far. Excuses were 2 for a penny, but they've all gone out the window of this car. And when I feel the wind on my face, all that ever was is a wreck. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today, well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today, well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day to today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. today is a good day today and not tomorrow. There's no time to borrow today. Well, something's gotta give today. It's a good day today. It's a good day today. It's a good day to live.
Alright, so I just got done with, I think this was about half of the house for my wet dry mop. I actually lost the charger cord for this, so I think I'm gonna have to order a new one. But the battery was charged, so I was able to just use that for this time. But I did not realize how gross that water was gonna be, because if you don't know, we've never had like the fake wood floor stuff. So needless to say, this is definitely a learning lesson that even though I got the iRobot mop from my dad and stepmom, which I'm so thankful for, I need to make sure to do a deep mop every week, if not a couple times a week, because it was straight gross, as you can tell, and I wasn't even done. So I was at least happy to see that it was clean. And we just recently found out that our youngest dog, that's only, she's 6 months now? Yes, she will hit 6 months tomorrow on the 2nd. But she doesn't like the rain. She refuses to go in the grass to go to the bathroom. So the last couple days, since we live in Oregon and it's starting to rain every once in a while, she decided that she has a corner over by the fireplace that she likes to urinate in. So thankfully I found some puppy pads that we still had, and we've of course been telling her that it's not okay to pee in the house, and I've been taking her out about every hour again. She used to be about every hour and a half, almost 2 hours, just because she was doing so well. But apparently now I have to train her that she just still has to go pee outside. I don't know. It's very frustrating. But I was very happy that I was able to deep clean the floors. And now I know that that is definitely something that I need to keep on my to-do list, which it's so interesting because I loved shampooing carpets because you could see the result. And I didn't realize that it was the same way with the wet mop for hardwood floors. It just shocks me. It amazes me. Not even shocks, just amazes me how dirty everything really is. And it shows why my daughter got sick all the time last year. I'm hoping this year, because of course, if you have little kids or have had little kids, they're just infested with germs, always touching their face. They're bleh, yeah, gross. And I know my youngest daughter does, because I've caught her picking her nose and rubbing her face and snotting everywhere. It's gross. And every kid does it, so whatever. She's been using tissues, but just not 100%. Anyways, last year she got sick so many times, and that's another reason why I want to work from home job, because I called out so much that I ran out of sick time at my last job to where I would end up taking no paydays. And don't get me wrong, it was nice to be able to have that option to stay home with my kid, but it sucked because that was pay that I was losing. And granted, it wasn't ever too much, but it definitely affected a lot of stuff. And if I can work from home and say she is sick, I can bring her home, let her rest, and I could still work while she's here. Because when she's sick, she lays down and like naps and legit doesn't feel good. So I'm hoping that this job, fingers crossed, still works out. But like I said, we shall see. Here I had to wash that rug. It was starting to get all dirty and stained from everyone walking in and out from outside. I really need to buy new rugs for outside. In the back we have like a plasticky, pokey type of one that doesn't actually get your shoes clean. And then we have one underneath it that's kind of like a carpet, but it doesn't really do the job either. And it's covered in dog hair. So eventually I would like to just get new ones. So this is the mess that I came into when I took the dogs out to go to the bathroom. And I brought them in, and my littlest dog like ran into the kitchen and then came out and just gave me a funny look. So I walked over and the cats had pulled off the table cover and everything else that was on it. So I decided to throw the tablecloth away because they had already torn it apart and poked holes in it, and I was just over it. And then I just cleaned up everything else that was in my little centerpiece thing and whatnot, and I got that all straightened up, which I'm kind of thankful that they knocked it off of the table because it gave me more motivation to shrink the table down in size and situate it more proportionately, I guess. It just seems like it's more a better layout in my eyes. After it gets done, you'll be able to see here shortly. But do you guys have cats? Do they do crazy things like that? My little dog will too. We can't put her in the laundry room and gate her up because she pulls herself up over the gate and jumps out. So needless to say, we need a new idea for keeping her under wraps. Usually I'll just make sure everything's picked up and I'll put her in either the bathroom or in my room just because that's where she sleeps, so her bed is in there. But even then, like, I have a paper bag of just old personal stuff that we've been needing to put into a burn pile that we just don't need to file anymore. And she tore that bag and just shredded all the papers and stuff, so I needed to get rid of it anyways. But the rug, so it's one of the washable rugs that I found at Ross Dress for Less. No, Home Goods. That's where it was, because that's where my gift card was from. And I absolutely love it. The tag says that it needs to be dried on low. I dried that thing 5 different cycles before it was pretty good. And then I even let it sit on the side of the couch, as you just saw, for about an hour just to be sure. Oh my goodness. Is it gonna ruin it if I bump the heat up to medium? Or do I need to actually follow what the tag says? Does anyone know? Let me know down in the comments. Because it was a $60 rug, which of course was cheaper than the retail price from wherever they got it. but I don't want to ruin it because I don't know if I'll ever be able to honestly afford to replace it at this point. Which, I mean, I can always ask for gift cards for Christmas and stuff, but I don't even want my family to focus on me during Christmas. I like to be the one to give. That's what I like doing. And this year I used to every single year make goodie boxes for all of our friends, but the last couple years I haven't been able to, just because I wasn't feeling myself, I'll just say that. But now that I'm feeling better, I'm so excited to do that tradition again, and I just hope that it makes their day, because that's really what it's all about. I don't care about gifts. Sure, if someone gets me something, I'm happy about it, but honestly, that's not what it's about to me. But this video is just about done. I didn't even realize that I rambled on that much, so I apologize for that. But I want to thank you for being here. I'm finishing up the video with cleaning multiple windows throughout the house because someone made a comment about the windows, which thank you, because I didn't realize how dirty they were. I still need to do the outside windows. This is the only one that I actually did, but like the bedroom windows and stuff, I need to do the outsides of those, but I'm gonna save that for another day just because it's supposed to rain until next week, I think. So I'm just gonna be patient and let them be for now. But again, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And until next time, bye guys.
I was the girl all alone in the corner, drinking by yourself on a Saturday night. You were the guy with your friends at the doorway, pretending that you had the time of your life. Had we met before, instant chemistry, I was so glad you came.